Good morning, dear students. I'm sorry that I'm not in the classroom with you. I'm out of town. I will, God willing, be back on Thursday, and I look forward to meeting you personally, and I'm really excited to have you in class this year in our Beit Midrash program. And I hear wonderful things about you, and I look forward to learning lots with you and really enjoying the year together learning. This is a video that I made for you to help you get started. Each of you should have received 3 sheets, actually 2 sheets. One is double-sided, pages 1, 2, and then 3. And just to get you acquainted, in the top of the page on the left corner it says Tanakh. This sheet has holes. It always will have 3 holes for you to be able to keep it in your binder. And you will have one section for Tanakh and another one separate section for Mishnah, which we'll discuss later on. The sheets are always numbered, so you'll be able to keep it in order. When we start a perek, a new chapter of Tanakh, this year we're going to be learning the book of Shemot. Shemot is a very, very exciting book. It's a story of the beginning of how Bnei Israel came to Egypt, how they became slaves, and the story that we're familiar with from Pesach, from the Haggadah. But here we're going to learn it from the original source, and we're not learning in detail, in depth, and you'll see that there's very interesting things that we're going to be able to discuss through the story as we go through it. So each of you should have the sheets ready. You can write with pen or pencil, and you're going to be needing your Chumash as well. Make sure that the Chumash that you take from the bookshelf says Shemot, because they're all blue. Some of them say Bemidbar, Vayikra, but you need Shemot. Whenever we start a new perek in Tanakh, we're going to be studying some of the words. We're not going to learn every word in the perek. We're going to take some of the words that either you're familiar with, or words that will help you build up your vocabulary skills, that will help you for Tanakh, that will help you also for Ivrit, and also for Tfilah. And in the beginning, the first perek, obviously, there's going to be a lot of words, but as we go to the second, third perek, there's going to be less and less new words. So here we go. I'm going to tell you a translation of each of these words, and you please write it down. Word number 1 is Eile. That means these, These, these. Word number 2, Shem is name. Word number 3 is Et. The word Et sometimes means with, but sometimes it has no translation. So what you do is just make like a little arrow, because it's like a pointer. And we'll discuss that when we get to class. When I get to class, and I'll show exactly what it means. But there's no translation for the word Et, except sometimes when it means with. Word number 4, Nefesh, means a soul, meaning a person. Number 5, Dor, is a generation. Word number 6, Hine, means behold. Behold. Now, what does behold mean? Behold means like when something is like unusual, something surprising. Like behold, like look, right? But the literal translation of Hine is behold. Number 7, Am, like Am Israel. Am is a nation or a people. 8, Pen, means should not. Number 9, could mean read. It could also be call. It could also be meet. Number 10, Sinah, is an enemy. Number 11, Asar, is an officer. That's somebody who's in charge of something. 12, Mas, is tax, Tax, something that you have to pay to an authority, like to the government or to a king. 13, Leman, means so that. So that. 14, Ir, is a city. 15, Chen, In modern Hebrew it means yes, but in Tanakh sometimes it means so, S-O. Number 16, parech, is hard work, like labor, something difficult, hard work. Number 17, chomer, is mortar, M-O-R-T-A-R. Mortar is like the clay that is used for making bricks. It's like a mud. 18, leveina, is a brick. Sadeh is a field. And 20, miyaledet, is a midwife. A midwife is a woman who helps another woman give birth. It's like a nurse. Okay. Now we're going to have some prefixes and suffixes. A prefix, pre, is before. It's like when you add something before a word to give it meaning or to change the meaning. Like, for example, in English we say pre-season, before the season, or redo, do it again. Right? In Hebrew also we have prefixes. They are letters that we add before words. There's also suffixes. In English, a suffix is something that we add at the end of a word. Like, for example, if I write ing, like coming, or if I say, if I write an s at the end of a word to make it plural. Okay, so in Hebrew also we have prefixes and suffixes, and these ones are basic common prefixes that we use in Hebrew a lot. Okay, so a vav, these 3 lines is an imaginary word. So if I put a vav before a word, it usually means and sometimes it means or. Now here we have a suffix. A hey after a word is her. Like, for example, if I said the word beita, bait, beita, her house. Number 5, va, a vav with an a beneath it before a verb. It means and right a parenthesis, it also changes the tense to past. So whenever you see a va before a verb, it means that it's past tense. 7, a bet before a word. So it means in, it means with, but also it can mean when. Okay, let's go to this column, number 2. If I add a yud at the end of a word with an like benei. Okay, so here we're going to write of, like benei is sons of, so the a is of, of, and in the parenthesis we write plural. Because, for example, take the word ben. Ben is a son. If I say benei, that's sons of. So here we write the of, and here we write plural. Number 4, if I put a yud vav after a word, like, for example, if I say banav, that means his, but it's plural, right? The yud is the sign that is plural, like banim. So it's his. Number 6, a mem before a word. So very often it means from. It also means sometimes than, T-H-A-N. Like this is more than that, like comparing. And 8, ke, means like, comparing. This is like this. Okay, a few more words, and then we're going to start learning the Chumash. Okay, these are all sharashim. A shorish by definition is always an action word, meaning a verb. And whenever we translate a shorish, just the shorish by itself is always in present tense. So for example, number 1, bo means come. Number 2, yetze means go out. Number 3, mot means die, D-I-E. Again, they're all verbs. Number 4, pare cannot, this is going to be a verb, right? Because it's part of the shorish list. Pare means to be fruitful, like from the word pri. To be fruitful means like to multiply, to have a lot. To multiply, to be fruitful. Number 5, rabba. It's related to word harbe, but this is a verb. Rabba means increase, to become much. Number 6, atzam means to be strong. Number 7, male means to fill, F-I-L-L. Number 8, kum, get up. Number 9, Chacham. Be careful now. Chacham here is listed as a shorish. So it's not wise. Wise is a noun. A Chacham could be a wise person, but if Chacham is a shorish, it's gotta be a verb. So Chacham means to be wise. Number 10, Yosef means to add. Number 11, again, this is part of a shorish. It's not lechem, bread. Bread is a noun. Lechem here is part of a shorish. So the shorish of lacham is to fight. Like we get the word milchama. The shorish is lacham. Number 12, Allah, go up. 13, sum means to place, to put on. Number 14 very often means answer, but it also means afflict. Afflict means to cause pain. Number 15, boneh means build. Number 16, avad as a shorish, again it's an action. Avad means work. Number 17, mara means to make bitter. From the word like maror, but again it's a verb, so to make someone bitter. Number 18, yareh means to fear. Number 19, tziva, so we're familiar with this word from the word mitzvah. Tziva is command. Mitzvah is a commandment, a noun, but the shorish, tziva means to command. Number 20, shalach means to throw. Okay, so these are the words for this parak that we're going to learn together.